Good morning everyone. This is the online lecture for dynamics of machinery. During the previous class, we have covered some problems on the viscous damping and the logarithmic decrement. So in this class, we will cover few more problems on the viscous damping and the logarithmic decrement. So here on the screen, this is the first problem. The problem statement given: a portion of an automobile suspension system consists of an elastic spring and a viscous damper as shown. If the spring is chosen such that the K by M ratio is equal to 40 per second square, determine the allowable range of the ratio C by M so that any oscillation that occurs will decay by factor 95% within one cycle. And this is the schematic diagram for the automobile suspension system. So we will first note down the given data. So in the problem, the K by M ratio is given. So this ratio is given as 40. This is per second square. Then the information about the amplitude decay is given. So this decay in the amplitude is 95% for one cycle. This is 95% for one cycle. So what is meaning of this 95% for one cycle? If you draw the displacement versus time graph, and suppose mass is initially displaced from its mean position by some displacement x0, that is the initial displacement, and from this initial displacement, if we release the mass, then it will vibrate, and after one cycle, this is the one, this amplitude will reduce by 95%. So it will be x0 minus 95% of the initial value, that is the x0. Okay, so this is the x0 value and this is the x1 value. So this is your x1 value. So we will get the relation between x1 and x0. So I will write here x1, it is equal to x0, that is the initial value, minus 95% reduction, that is the into x0. So this value will be 0.05 of the x0. So from this we will get the ratio x0 by x1. So this x0 by x1, it is equal to 1 by 0.05. So this ratio we can use to determine the logarithmic decrement, and from this we can find out the damping factor zeta. Okay, so what is to be determined in the problem? We want to determine the ratio C by M. C means damping coefficient and M is the mass. Okay, we have to just determine this ratio. We have to just determine this ratio C by M. So we will first find out the delta value, that is a logarithmic decrement. So for the delta, that is nothing but the logarithmic decrement, it is equal to log to the base e, that is ln x0 by x1. So x0 by x1, this ratio is 1 upon 0.05. So ln 1 upon 0.05 . So this value is 2.99. So this is the value of logarithmic decrement. Now by using logarithmic decrement, we can find out the damping factor zeta. So for zeta, we will use the second formula for delta. Delta is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by square root 1 minus zeta square. So as delta is known, that is equal to 2.996. Okay, so by simplifying this, we can get the value of zeta. So zeta here is 0.43. Okay, and from zeta we can find out the ratio C by M. Okay, so we will use the formula for zeta in terms of C and Cc, which is equal to C divided by C3. So this ratio C by M it is equal to 0.43 into 2 into omega n. Okay, now omega n, it is not given directly. Instead of omega n, the ratio k by m is given. Okay, so we can find out the omega n from this ratio. So omega n is equal to square root k by m, and that is equal to square root of 40. So this value, it is 6.32. This is rad per second. So put this value in this equation. So we will get the ratio C by M. And this is equal to 5.43. So this is your final answer. For this ratio C by M, which is equal to 5.43, the reduction in the amplitude after one cycle will be 95%. Okay, so I hope this problem is clear to you. So this is the second problem. The problem statement given: a mass suspended from the helical spring vibrates in a viscous medium whose resistance varies directly with the velocity of the mass. It is observed that the frequency of damp vibration is 120 per minute and the amplitude decreases to 20% of the initial value in one cycle. Find the frequency of undamped vibration. So the system given, it is a damped spring mass system. Given in the problem, a mass vibrates in a viscous medium. Okay, so the viscous medium, it is represented here by the damper whose coefficient is C. Okay, K is the spring stiffness and M is the mass of the system. Now the information about the frequency of the damp vibration is given. So this frequency of damp vibration which is equal to 120 per minute. So we will convert this 120 per minute into per second, that will be in hertz. So I will represent this by the small n, that is frequency in hertz. So it is 120 divided by 60 and that is equal to 2 hertz. Now we will convert this frequency in hertz in terms of rad per second. So omega d, that is the frequency of damp vibration, it is equal to 2 pi into frequency in hertz, that is a 2 pi n. So this is equal to 2 pi into 2. So omega d value, it is equal to 4 pi rad per second. Okay. Now we have to find out the omega n value, that is the frequency of undamped vibration. So frequency of undamped vibration is represented by the omega n. So to find out this omega n, the information about the reduction in the amplitude is given. So this reduction in the amplitude, that is amplitude reduction after one cycle, it is equal up to 20%. That means if the initial value is x0, then the value of amplitude after one cycle will be only 20% of the x1 value. Only 20% of the x0 value. So we will write the relation x1 is equal to 20% of the x0 value. If the problem statement is given such that the amplitude reduces by 20%, then this ratio we can write x1 is equal to x0 minus 20% of the x0 value. And up to 20% means we can directly write this relation x1 is equal to 20% of the x0. So from this ratio, from this relation, we will get x0 by x1, it is equal to 1 by 0.2. Okay. So from this, we will find out the logarithmic decrement, which is ln x0 by x1, that is equal to ln 1 upon 0.02. So it is equal to 3.91. So this is the logarithmic decrement delta. Now from logarithmic decrement we have to find out the zeta value. So delta is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by square root 1 minus zeta square. So which is equal to 3.91. So from this zeta is equal to, this is 0.52. Now from this zeta we have to find out the omega n. So for that we will use the, now we have got the zeta value. Okay, now we have to just find out the omega n value. So we will use the relation between omega d, omega n and zeta. So we have the standard formula, which is omega d is equal to square root 1 minus zeta square into omega n. So we have the value for omega d and zeta, so we can calculate the omega n. So omega n is equal to 14.71 rad per second. So this is the value of omega n. So this is your final answer.